This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
We are following breaking news as we go on the air at noon. Riley Strain's body has been found. It's a sad ending to a story we've been following for 2 weeks now. Police found his body in the Cumberland River just hours ago. Thanks for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn. The University of Missouri student disappeared March 8th while visiting Nashville with friends. 5 on your side's Holden Kerwicki joins us from the newsroom. He's gathering the latest information. Holden.
Well, okay, Nashville police have confirmed Strain's body has been recovered from the Cumberland River, about 8 miles west of the area where he was suspected to have fallen in. Medical examiners confirmed the body found this morning floating underneath a barge is Strain's. The 22-year-old student was last seen 2 weeks ago after he was kicked out of a bar. Several videos showed him walking and stumbling around the downtown area. A massive search was quickly launched with just small clues available to help investigators trying to find him. His phone last pinged at a location just off the river. Police say no foul play has ever been suspected.
It's closure in a way, but it's not the outcome that anybody wanted. I mean, this is not, we wanted to bring him home alive. I wanted to help bring him home alive. I wanted them to hear Riley's voice again. I wanted to give Riley a big hug after I helped find him.
An autopsy of Strain's body will be performed later today. The University of Missouri says Strain and his frat brothers were in Nashville to attend a private event. I'll have updates on this developing story coming up at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock. Kay?
All right, thank you, Holden. Also developing in East St. Louis, a house fire leaves at least one person dead. We're told firefighters found the victim inside the house on 25th Street this morning. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer is live at the scene. Diamond, what have you learned so far?
Well, Kay, we have learned that it is still a very active scene. You can see behind me Illinois State Police as well as the Illinois State Fire Marshal still on scene investigating. And I'm going to take a step out of the way so you guys can see a little bit of this scene here this afternoon. You can see a dog walking back from that scene. Investigators took it inside to continue their investigation. We still have East St. Louis firefighters also on scene canvassing and trying to collect all the evidence that they can. A neighbor directly across the street captured Ring doorbell footage. You can see some of that on your screen. Flames bursting out of this home on 25th Street just before 3:30 this morning. Fire officials say the home was vacant at the time, but frequently had squatters. Police have confirmed that one body was still inside of the home and one woman was able to escape. Neighbors we spoke to this morning say they've repeatedly complained about the squatters.
But this morning, when I heard 2 shots before I seen the fire, I got up out the bed, I walked toward my living room, and I heard some screaming. So I went to the front door, and a lady was standing there in the driveway across the street and said, somebody's up in the house.
Now, I just got off the phone this afternoon with the Illinois State Fire Marshal, the PIO, and they are saying at this point in time there's not any more information that they can give out, and they say that this investigation might take a while. Reporting live here in East St. Louis, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
Switching gears to weather, not as much sunshine today and not a strong wind out there, not a strong southwest wind. So we're not expecting now to get to 70 because of that added cloud cover. You can see it right now, right over Forest Park through St. Louis, all the way back. Really, the southern counties even have a couple of spotty showers popping up, but the atmosphere is so dry, most likely that's not reaching the ground yet. But across the area, you can see a lot of areas, even from Weldon Spring, very cloudy at this hour. And of course, on the satellite radar shot, you can see the wind barbs too. Low pressure and cold front to the west of us. There's limited moisture with it, but there's some out there. And again, most of that green that you see on there, let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit here, is not reaching the surface yet. Now, a spot shower is possible later today and into this evening. Some of us won't see it. And then we have a cool start to the weekend, but plenty of sunshine before more clouds return Sunday. And then the best chance of rain we've had in a while is Monday. More on that coming up in just a bit, okay?
Right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Jim. Happening today, Pam Hupp will be in court. The Lincoln County prosecutor plans to dismiss and refile murder charges against her. Hupp is charged in the 2011 stabbing death of Betsy Faria. Lincoln County prosecutor Mike Wood is making the legal move after a judge granted a change of venue, moving the trial 4 hours away to Springfield, Missouri. Wood wants it closer to St. Louis. Hupp is already in prison for the murder of Louis Gumpenberger. Also happening today, work begins on the Poplar Street Bridge, and that's going to prompt closures in the Metro East. Beginning at 9 p.m., IDOT will fully close eastbound Interstate 5564 for patchwork and resurfacing. The lanes will reopen no later than 5 a.m. Monday morning. The work will continue over the next 6 weeks. IDOT says it will only shut down one direction at a time. Students in the Francis Howell School District will be taught restructured Black Studies courses. The school board voted last night to approve the changes. 5 on Your Side's Megan Kernan shows us what's next for students.
There was some heated discussion before that vote last night. There was even an attempt to delay that action. But in the end, the board ended up approving all of the new curriculum, including 2 restructured Black Studies courses. This all comes after the board disagreed with the current curriculum from the Southern Poverty Law Center. 2 board members brought up concerns about a few of the courses, including the Black Literature and Journalism courses. One was concerned that the supplementary books were not published in the curriculum, only the main textbooks were. That board member attempted to delay the vote, but that didn't pass. The board then immediately voted to approve all of the courses, which will start this fall. District officials say families will be notified about everything students will be reading before the semester starts. That way they could raise concerns if they had any. The school board election is April 2nd. Reporting in O'Fallon, Megan Kernan, 5 on Your Side.
This Hazelwood East High School student remains in critical condition tonight, 2 weeks after an after-school fight. Video of the fight shows a girl bashing Kaylee Gaines' head into the pavement. Gaines' family says she remains unconscious with brain bleeding and swelling. The attorney for the 15-year-old girl arrested in the case is talking only to 5 on Your Side. The teen is charged as a juvenile, but a judge could decide to try her as an adult. Greg Smith says his client is on the honor roll and had been taking AP courses and is a member of the orchestra. He says her character and lack of any previous behavioral issues will matter at her certification hearing.
You look at the types of rehabilitation efforts, programs, and services that are offered, right? And that's another big thing. Can we still do something for this child in the juvenile court? Or again, are they so far beyond rehabilitation that there's no place left for them than adult court?
Smith says his client remains in custody at the Juvenile Detention Center in St. Louis County. He says she and her family are praying for Kaylee and her family. He adds the facts and circumstances that led up to the fight would be inappropriate to discuss right now while Kaylee continues to fight for her life. The Festus City Council working to reduce problems caused by a rising homeless population. According to our partners at Leader Publications, the council passed an ordinance to limit the hours people are allowed on property owned, leased, or maintained by the city, including streets and sidewalks. If police see anyone on city property during the overnight hours, that person could face fines or jail time. Police are encouraged to share shelter information with anyone they find. The push to pass federal funding for local victims of radiation contamination has failed in the House. The Radiation Exposure Compensation Act was left out of a spending bill. The measure passed the Senate last week. The legislation would compensate victims of radioactive waste. Material from uranium refining efforts in World War II polluted Coldwater Creek. Remaining waste was dumped at the Westlake landfill in Bridgeton, where it still remains. The future of the bill remains uncertain. Still ahead, a change to the 988 hotline, how it'll help people who need mental health help get it faster. And the controversy surrounding Major League Baseball's biggest star and his possible link to illegal gambling.